you need to know about percent. Percent is always out of 100, okay? So that's important to know. So if I say that I got 85% on a test, that means I got 85 out of 100. Okay, percent's always out of 100. You can reduce this into lowest terms and write it as an equivalent fraction, but initially, if it's a percentage, it's out of 100. So what an equivalent fraction would be 17 out of 20, because 85 out of 100, they're both divisible by 5. So if I reduce this into lowest terms, 85 divided by 5 is 17, 100 divided by 5 is 20. So both of these, 17 out of 20 and 85 out of 100, both represent 85%. And have you learned how to calculate your percent if you're, for example, if you got, let's say you got 19 out of 25 on a test, do you know how to find out what percentage that is?
You divide
Okay,
into 0.76.
Good.
You got 76%.
Yeah, so this is a fraction, right? Fraction 19 over 25 means 19 out of 25. This also means division. 19 divided by 25 equals 0.76, and like I just told you, percent is out of 100, so I'm going to multiply this by 100, because percent is out of 100. I don't even need to use a calculator. We know that we can just move the decimal 2 places to the right. So like you said, 0.76 is 76%. So if you got 19 out of 25, you got 76%. Okay, so a percent can always be represented as a percentage, as a fraction, or as a decimal. Okay? Okay, so we're looking at a question where there are 340 people total, and 80% of those people are under 15 years old. So I'm going to rewrite this to show that it's 80% of 340 people. Okay, whenever you want to calculate a percent of a number, whenever you see this word of in math, it always means multiply. Okay, 80% of these people. Well, I need to turn this percent into a decimal. Okay, well, if percent's out of 100, how would you represent 80% as a fraction?
0.8.
As a fraction, though, first.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So 80 out of 100, you just moved ahead. How would you write that as a decimal? So 80 divided by 100?
0.8.
Right. We know the decimal's here. Move the decimal 2 spaces to the left because we're dividing by 100. There's 2 zeros. So it would be 0.8 or 0.80. We can just write it as 0.8. So 0.8 of 340. 80% of 340. 0.8 times 340 equals 272. And if we look at it, it makes sense. 80% of these people, well, that's a very high percentage. 272 people are under 15. So how many people are not under 15 then?
68.
And how did you get that?
20.
Together, there's 340 people. 272 are under 15, which means that 68 are not under 15 years old. They're over 15. Good.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.